Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown, back in my cider shed with some more cider to try. And it's one we've had before. Kinda. It's one we've had before, but I couldn't get any for a while. I just got a new delivery. And it's from Somerset, and it is from Pilton. There you go, it's this one, Pilton. So this is kind of like his core, part of his core range, basically, this cider. And this is the 2020, so I think this is the first of the 2020 I've had. And it'll blend to taste, one assumes, every year. So one assumes it'll be quite consistent, but it's always interesting to try these things just to see how it compares and how it tastes. So that's what I'm going to do. Also, I like drinking this cider, so it's a good excuse, isn't it? Yes, Chris. Thought you'd agree. Right, so what does it say on the back? 4.5% alcohol. Nice. Let's have a look at the label. Distinctive sparkling cider is made in Somerset by the artisan method of keeving. I'm not going to talk about that because I've talked about it loads. Google it if you don't know. Fresh bittersweet cider apples are partially fermented to produce a naturally medium cider without sweetening or pasteurisation. Wild yeast, cold cellars and the low nutrient orchards of Pilton are all key elements in the process. Light and refreshing, it is best served chilled as an aperitif or with food. Medium sweet, unsweetened, unpasteurised, contains sulfites. So there you go. So let's open it up. I think it's going to be a little bit like the ciders I tried last night, which was the Yarlington Mill from the Newt, number 3, and Old Stag Cider at Yarlington Mill. I think this is going to be similar to that, even though those weren't keeved. But at the sweetness levels in this, it's quite delicate keeved cider, this, I think. Let's get this cork out to start with, shall we? On with the business of the day, which is knackering that. So that's that done. Tick. Can we get the cork out? Yeah, we can get the cork out. So here we go. Pop. Some nice bubbles coming up there. Look at that. Very nice. Very pretty. So pet nat. Yeah, it's pet nat. I think he bottles it before end of fermentation, so you get the sparkle in the bottle. I don't think it's bottle conditioned. Pretty sure that's the case. That's the traditional way the French would do a keep cider. So let's have a look at it, shall we? I think I can smell it already. Get my specs on. There you go. A nice bright amber, that. Lovely bright amber. Some nice bubbles coming up in that glass. It should be quite fine because it's bottle conditioned rather than pet nat, rather than forced carbonated. Nice looking thing. What do we have from recently? We had the Two Rivers from this chap recently, from Martin Berkeley, which was a blend of keeved cider, so probably this actually, and John Gold, so culinary with a mix with some sort of bittersweet cider apples, etc. Right, let's smell it. Lovely apple. Freshly cut, ripe, red apple, I want to say, for that. Maybe a hint of funk. Merest hint of sort of kind of funk about it. Just the merest hint. I want to say hint. I don't mean like like not like eggy, horrible sort of sulphurous thing. It's more like a. It's like a. I don't know. I would say like a Wellington boot, a new Wellington boot or something. That's what I want to say. Smells good. Smells nice. Smells like it's got wild yeast going on in there, which we like. Let's taste it. Really bubbly. Lots of big bubbles in the mouth. The mouth fills with mousse when you drink it. Reasonable amount of sweetness in this, but it's 4.5%. I mean, if you think these apples would probably have had about 6% worth of alcohol in them, if you like. And the potential to go to dry at 6%-ish. So, there's a reasonable amount of sweetness there. Very soft tannins. Let me just try that again on the tannin. Hang on. Yeah. This tannin. Not super aggressive, but it's there. But it's a soft tannin. It's the astringent sort. It's not hard tannin. There's no leatheriness on the back. I'm not sure if Martin macerates the apples before he presses them, which will soften the tannin and bring colour. I mean, you will get, when I talk about like tannin bringing colour, but actually, you know, certain apples have certain quite rich coloured juice, so it naturally will have some colour. But often some of that colour comes from oxidisation of the tannins in the apples as they macerate, as they sit and they're exposed to oxygen. which also softens tannins. That's kind of something that would have happened in France, you know, traditionally. So it wouldn't surprise me if that's what Martin's doing. Don't know. Have to ask him. But he's not here, so can't. I feel this is richer than the last Pilton that I had, which I actually like. I don't mind that at all. It's got minerality to it. A hint of acidity, just a hint. And actually, again, in sort of French sort of keeved ciders, that'd be low acid and low tannin. The exception was the Boisselle we tried a couple of days ago. Just got a tweet there. Hope you enjoyed that. The Boisselle we tried like a few films ago. That was dry and actually pretty tannic for a French keeved cider. It really was. It had a bit of a leatheriness to it, lots of astringency, very little sugar. I mean, it was bordering on dry. I liked it for that, though. It brought something different. But I also like those residual apple sugars you get in keeved ciders as well. I love that flavour. It's the thing that first drew me to cider, in fact. And then my mind got expanded when I tried all the other things, stuff that's made in England as well, which I had no idea about, despite being English, because I just got exposed to crappy industrial stuff when I was a kid. Well, not a kid, you know what I mean? In my youth, in my younger years, which were a long time ago. Right, so this is a nice example of a keeved cider. It's quite delicate and it's actually quite cold. I think it's going to get richer as it warms up, and if I get more flavours out of it, I'll post them here. But actually, it's doing all the things I would expect from a keeved cider. Absolutely is. Alright guys, there you go. Grab yourself a bottle. It's available now, so there you go. If you're in Brockley or local to me, come and grab it off me. If not, I'm sure you can find it somewhere around. It's pretty popular stuff. Okay, cool. So, as always, guys, I want to thank you for joining me in my shed. I hope you join me again in the future. But until then, cheers.